Children can be a never-ending source of fulfillment, but they're also picking their noses all the time, and let's admit it, they are expensive. This might be one of the reasons why more couples are choosing to go DINK, a sort of slang term that stands for dual income, no kids. The self-explanatory acronym represents couples who both earn but intentionally choose not to have kids. In financial terms, this means multiple sources of income, and the spending is cut short by skipping parenthood. The term DINK appeared during the yuppie culture in the 1980s. It started making news during the 1980s financial crash, marked by high unemployment, inflation, and interest rates, when couples saw childlessness as vital for preserving their lifestyle. The term made another comeback in recent years with a hashtag on TikTok. With millions of views, the dinks flaunt their fancy lifestyles, saying things like, "We get a full 8 hours sleep, and we travel because we don't have kids." This time, it probably has less stigma attached to it, as couples exhibit their costly holidays, spontaneous trips, and quiet time, which they insist is possible only with a child-free life. Couples can avoid having kids for various reasons: serious disease, traumatic childhood, mental health issues, not wanting to compromise career, and not being able to take risks. Some couples think they are not good with children, and some simply claim they just don't like kids. Others have concerns over the future of the planet. They don't want to bring a child into the world due to issues that could be political, environmental, and social. And last but not least, insufficient money. Human babies stay dependent on their parents for a very long time. In other words, we are unlike those zebras and elephants you have seen on Animal Planet that start kicking their infants to start walking already 30 seconds after coming out of their mother's wombs. This is obviously quite different from human babies in terms of childcare. From an endless supply of diapers, clothes, food, constantly looking if they are safe, to schooling and a lot more. All this requires time, commitment, and of course, money. Dinks want to skip all of this. According to the survey by MarketWatch, the high cost of living is top of the reasons for dinks to avoid kids. But at the same time, 61% of the dinks said they could easily afford children, and other factors contributed to this decision. This makes it clear that finances are not the only issue for not wanting kids. 39% said that having children would prevent them from living the life they want. What happens when you skip parenthood? Well, you have a lot more disposable income to begin with. This gives dinks a wide array of options with what to do with this money. They are able to pursue self-rewarding experiences and self-improvement activities. Having more disposable income also means they're more likely to invest in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, and other investment opportunities, making them more wealthy over time. Without the financial stress of childcare, they're also more likely to buy luxury products and sign up for leisure activities. This is why dinks are targets for marketing and advertisement campaigns as a demographic for investments as well as luxury goods. But don't be tricked into thinking that dinks are just raking in a ton more cash because they've got more child-free time to focus on their careers. Couples with kids actually earn more money compared to dinks. According to the Federal Reserve, the median pre-tax income for households with kids in 2022 was $110,250, which is almost $9,000 higher than the child-free couples with $101,610 per year. But, and that's a big but, the dinks have a much higher net worth considering they skip parenthood. According to the statistics, United States child-free couples living together have a median net worth of $399,000 compared to couples with kids, which sits at $251,000. Their abundant net worth and flexibility also make them take more vacations and spend significantly more on travel. Compared to singles, dinks also spend less per person on housing because they share kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms, and a few other expenses. Dinks require less living space without the need to look for multiple bedrooms or playrooms. Renting or purchasing less expensive living spaces lowers the total cost. From a financial point of view, having a kid is an investment that may or may not pay off in the future. There's never a guarantee that your children will take care of you once you get old and wimpy. This means there's additional pressure on dinks to save for retirement and old age. An increased contribution to retirement accounts is crucial for securing themselves later on in life. Some dinks also feel an alienation from friends as well as close relatives. This means they do feel concerned about setting up emergency funds for any unexpected expenditures. Some dinks have both separate and joint accounts for personal and shared expenses. This makes it convenient to have individual financial freedom while ensuring both partners contribute to expenses. However, it's interesting to point out that many of the couples that can be categorized as dinks do not really bring dual incomes, as mostly men are financing the whole lifestyle. Splitting the expenditures is never possible, as it's unlikely both partners are earning the same amount of money. The dink lifestyle came on the scene in a series of other factors that are shifting societies towards utmost individualism. It is one of the many trends that are making people shift from traditional family systems to becoming more self-reliant, from the push to fewer children to no children. It's also a trend from traditionalist values of having a male breadwinner and a female caregiver, which the modern world is challenging and currently re-evaluating. This is one of the reasons why the dink lifestyle is quite popular among people advocating for women's rights, as it helps many women to enjoy freedom and follow careers that are usually derailed with childbirth. For women, balancing careers and raising children is a juggle, and many have to choose one between the two paths. The modern world has tried improving the workplace policies for mothers to continue to participate in the workforce, but obviously, it's never enough, as childcare requires proper attention and time. Dinks think their choice gives them more time, freedom, and career opportunities. They continue to show off their financially better life, often provoking others. On the other hand, traditionalist families consider the dink lifestyle as hedonistic and self-indulgent. Both sides can take a jab at each other every once in a while, but it doesn't end here. Humans are more of a social animal than herd animals, so our choices do have a broad impact on the whole of society. The biggest impact the dink lifestyle has is its contribution to declining fertility rates, as it is the group that chooses not to have children. A declining birth rate means fewer babies born and a higher number of older folks. This means a decreased working age population, which is supposed to work and to grow the economy. This can result in decreased spending, decreased revenue, as well as a labor shortage. This is a big deal because fewer workers will have to support more non-working populations, which can strain economies and social services. According to the statistics by the United Nations and the World Bank, almost half of all the countries in the world have a population level below replacement levels, a total fertility rate below 2.1 births per woman. Now, a temporary solution adopted by many countries to fix this issue is having a more open immigration policy, which is basically bringing people from other countries with a better fertility rate. And we all know how that goes. Many dinks have a misinformed view that the world is overpopulated, which totally contradicts the statistics. Choice is important, and whoever does not want to have children probably shouldn't. The internet keeps on throwing cool terms like these, and before you continue to follow a trend, remember the world is slowly losing its ability to reproduce. And if this continues to happen, it's going to be a big nightmare for the population as well as the economies around the world. Whether you are a dink or a parent, we would love to hear your opinion in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, and share the video.